The Sub-Sisters Story.
All rise. The court is now in session. Judge Francesca presiding. Please be seated. Today we will discuss the Sob Sister story.
Ready, Your Honor. Today I present to you the sub-sister's story. Having different status in social position and wealth, he could only look at her and admire her from afar. Over time, his admiration grew to love. The body of a girl was found in a cottage, being cuddled by a man who said that he was her lover. I love her. I love her. This is what the man mumbled and mumbled when the police found him and his dead lover. The dead girl, beautiful and peaceful in death. Her scarlet lips slightly parted as though whispering a caress to her lover. Her blue eyes, gentle and unquestioning as a baby's, lay in the murderer's arms like a child who has been rocked to sleep. Her golden hair, falling in profusion about her shoulder, all but concealed the cruel wealth of red about her throat. As beautiful as she entered the world, she bloomed even more as she left. His mind is a blur, damaged and confused of what he's done. He admitted in doing the murder, but his only motive was because he loved her. The man must have been praying every day for a chance with her, but God didn't heed his prayers. He took matters into his own hands, in this case, her neck, and strangled her, as only in death can they meet again. How cruel fate can be to separate the man from his love. So who are we to make judgments about him? Love is beautiful, love is passion, love is commitment, and love is scary. Love is unknown, but it is also familiar. We all have experienced love, and we also have given love to others. Love is a cruel irony that will cause grievance and pain. Your Honor, the man pleads guilty to all charges.
Court is adjourned.
There was a girl who passed away. She is now in a peaceful world. When you look at her, you will see that she needs the care of her lover. She is like a baby without any idea about the world. She experienced a different kind of crime, and her lover was the suspect in this case. And when the police talked to the boy, he only said that he loved that girl very much. That's why he did that, because he thought that the girl would leave him alone forever. The case in the story is the same as the Porfirio Blanc case.
What is sub-sister? Sub-sister was an American term in the early 20th century for reporters, usually women, who specialize in newspaper articles, often called sub-stories, with emphasis on human interest angle using language of sentimentality. The derogatory label was coined in 1907 during coverage of a murder trial.
Origin of Subsisters. The term subsister dates to 1907 when Irvin S. Cobb derided two women reporters who were covering the trial of Harry K. Thoreau for murder. Sub-brother was less commonly used for male reporters who wrote similar articles. By 1910, the sub-sister was in common use to describe any women reporter and was sometimes used to describe women novelists such as Fanny Hurst.
A sub-story is a form of emotional pornography, a tale of personal hardship or misfortune intended to arouse pity. The audience for the sub-story has traditionally been female, and great scholars are mostly women who tend to genuflect at her altar before asking a question.
No one ever kills himself for the love of a woman, but because love. And the love reveals us in our kindness, our misery, our vulnerability, and our nothingness. That's why love is really ironic. We may think that love is a destiny, but we do not know that in every destiny, there is what you call a misery. But always remember, love finds ways. We do not know what ways if it is good or bad, but the only way we can do is to cherish all we do and let us spread love in two bounded ways.
The themes: love, betrayal, and death. Every one of us make love as a foundation of everything. That is why we anticipated that love is the solution to all the things we think are difficult to surpass. And yet, who among us, weak creatures, saw the true meaning of love and for what it is? Like the story of the sub-sister that tell us how love make us vulnerable and tell us that love is not the sweetest thing you may think or imagine. And here's the excerpt of the story.
Would you kill for love?
No, I would not kill someone for love. When you love someone deeply, you will do anything for that love. But sometimes, loving too much can hurt you and the one you love. Love becomes toxic, unhealthy, and obsessive. You have to realize that you're hurting yourself and the one you hold dear deeply. It's okay to let go of the one you love because that just means that you are not destined together. Killing your love to be with them forever does not make sense as you're getting rid of the very presence that you love. Killing them would mean that you would never see, hear, and feel them again. That's why it's better to let go. I know that it's easy to say, but it's the only way that you can be happy and love again.
What is the point of loving when you can't have the person beside you physically? What's the point of loving anyone if the point of loving is caring and being passionate? Even if love takes longer than you anticipated, one must be ready for the circumstances, no matter how hard that is. After all, you love the person. But wanting love to the point of killing someone is inhumane. Some might say life is unfair. It really is. But do remember, love will not bring back someone you killed. Love will not be able to give you reconciliation. Love will not bring back the bittersweet moments you longed for. Love will not revoke a person's wrongdoing. Love will lose its true meaning.
Well, it is a possession and not love. No matter your intentions, the act of taking a human life is something you can never take back because there's no undo button for that. So, what's the sense of love when you don't let the person live? It means you're not in the right mindset to consider having any kind of serious relationship with anybody. If it means putting someone out of their misery and it's completely their choice, the best solution here is control. Give them rights they have the same right as you because harming your loved ones produces nothing. So always seek calm. Give yourself the gift of a time out when these thoughts consume you. Always remember, love find ways and let us spread love in two bounded ways.
No, love isn't an excuse to take away another person's life. If you murder who you love, you take away their future that could have involved you. Even if they didn't reciprocate, murder isn't the solution. Moving on isn't easy, but it's greatly preferable to jail where you can't pursue further progress in your love. Murdering someone for the love would be more in the lines of obsession, infatuation, and mania. You cannot truly love them if you cannot part with your desire to monopolize them with no regard towards their own life.
No. From how I view it, love is something that requires respect as well. Respecting one's boundaries, beliefs, and decisions. A loving relationship and focus to our topic is something that is a unified union, a unanimous decision, as they call it. You cannot force love, nor can you justify your wrongdoings for the sake of love. Although love is perceived differently in each person, your wrongdoings will still be perceived as wrong, even if you do say that it's all in the name of love. Forcing something uncontrollable, such as human emotions, will only lead to bad things, not only for yourself, but to those around you. One should not be too hasty with their decisions as well. The heart feels, but it shouldn't be something that is deciding for your actions, especially if said actions are going to be something that's going out of bounds with what is morally good and what is morally not.
In your life, you will be attracted to many individuals and many people will be attracted to you as well. But most of the time, the attraction will not be reciprocated. The feelings of being in love are intense and unique, and they sometimes appear to be fated. Yet life is vast. broad enough to contain heartbreak and times when there isn't chemistry. This is how things are. In the near term, I recommend allowing the pain to be pain and remembering that it is not about you. It wasn't about you if the person you love or have a crush on rejected you. It was about them, and I don't intend that to imply blame. It's simply life. Don't cling on, revisit memories, or yearn. Allow yourself to let go, but don't let your rage put you on the person you love in danger. Don't do anything stupid that will make you regret soon. So in simple words, I would never kill someone for love.
The story focuses on the critical thinking and research skills of a student, since there are words that are not easy to understand. As previously stated, EAPP is an extremely important subject to learn in order to become a professional and to have confidence in speaking formal language in other areas of communication. To broaden more, we will cite an example of how studying EAPP helps us to attain higher education and achieve our goals. We should expect to read and write English effectively and fluently because this subject will expand our vocabulary, our expression, and our pronunciation beyond the classroom.